Do we log meals when we're out to eat? How do we log coffee? How do we log food, especially when there's no nutrition facts menu or when there is one, but it looks suspicious? Let us dive in. As you are coming into here today, if you don't know me, my name is Coach Samantha, and I coach busy professional women to lose 10 to 30 pounds of body fat, build muscle, burn fat, all the good things without hopefully losing your mind. So let us jump in with the first portion, which first of all is when you are thinking about going out to eat and you're in your deficit, what's going to be really important is making sure that you are understanding what types of foods you should be looking for in the first place. And as we're coming in, drop an emoji in here. Let me know that you can hear me. Hetal, welcome. What's up? Welcome to the live, folks. So, as this winter storm is coming in, this potentially may not be as prevalent to a lot of you, but what I really want to cover is if we are going to be in a deficit, you know that that's going to come with some restriction and some balance about the types of foods that you are getting into your body. And so although technically there's no food or alcohol or whatever that's completely off limits in my program, simply because I find that when we are told not to have something, that's all we can usually think about. If I told you don't think about a carrot right now, what are you thinking about? Yeah. So we need to make sure that we're doing this reasonably so you're not going to lose your mind, because the problem with a lot of diets and dieting in general is that it's not sustainable because it's so extreme. Yes, summer is like 6-ish months away. We're coming around that corner. Does that mean that you need to all of a sudden scramble to get the results that you want to see? Absolutely not. What it means is that we need to do something that's sustainable for the next 6 months so that we can get to that point. And also, it's a lifetime fix. It's not just something you should be doing every time summer comes around. Cool. So when we're thinking about deficit eating, restriction is important, but it's not about cutting out a whole food group, keto people. It is simply about finding the balance between the most important things that I see: proteins, carbs, and fats. Specifically, protein and fat. There are a lot of ladies who come on here that I talk to all the time. Hello, Octavia. That say, well, I'm eating whole foods, I'm eating good protein sources. Yeah, but your steak and your eggs and your avocado are all fat sources as well. So we need to make sure that we're understanding the composition of meals, because remember, calories from carbs and protein come sufficiently less than they do for fats. Carbs and protein come in at like 4 calories per gram versus 9 calories per gram in fats and 7 in alcohol. So it's important that you're understanding what types of foods you're bringing in. Oh, your exams, girl, I hope you're doing okay. And good luck, Octavia, girl. It's going to be a rough one. But remember, of course, these are always posted to my page afterward if you need any assistance. But so what the heck? I haven't even talked about going out to eat. The point is, when we're going out to eat, we need to make sure that we're understanding what type of restaurant is this? What types of foods are they going to have available? And can I customize things? And if they don't have nutrition facts because it's not Longhorn Steakhouse or IHOP, how am I going to know what's in all of this food? So let's say, for example, you're getting breakfast at a mom and pop restaurant, or even something like the Big Biscuit that doesn't have a whole lot of nutrition facts online. I just got off my one-on-one or my coaching call with my group coaching clients, and what she had done was she went to the Big Biscuit and looked at the menu and said, well, there's no information about how many protein or how much protein is in this, and so I don't know that I can log this because, girl, how do I even know what's in here? And so she just didn't even go. And while I love the dedication, don't get me wrong, it is also like okay, well, we got to figure out some way to do this so that you're not losing your mind and then not participating in stuff with your friends and family. There is some restriction, but like, we got to be able to do some things. So what I recommended and what I walked her through is this. We go to the Big Biscuit and we analyze what is on there. Sharon, what's up, girl? We analyze, okay, what kind of options do they have? Typically on a menu like that, we've got a few different items like your Power Bowls section, or like your hash section, your Eggs Benedict, your omelets, and then typically there's like your waffles and pancakes section, and then your healthier side type items. First things first, we're always starting with the healthy side to see what's in there. Even though healthier side is just good marketing, we want to make sure there's not anything in there that might be in our best interest. So when we went to the menu, we saw that on the healthier side, there was some cranberry pecan oatmeal, there was a different type of oatmeal, and then there were a variety of egg white options. And so remember that when you're going out to eat, the number one thing that you're probably going to overdo is either carbs or fats. And if we're thinking about picking a breakfast item, like an omelet per se, that's going to have other stuff in it, and it's going to be cooked in oil, we already know there's going to be fat on it. So if we can eliminate as much fat as possible by getting the leanest possible choice, it's still probably going to be a little higher in fat than we want, but it's going to be significantly better than choosing something that's like insane, like, I don't know, short rib. But I just got so distracted by short rib. Egg whites. That's going to have, what, 6 grams of protein for like 20 calories versus 90 calories in a whole egg. And don't get me wrong, whole eggs are not bad for you. They're just higher in fat. And if we're in a deficit, we want to limit the amount of fat, okay? Get that through your skull. So, egg white, omelet. That's an excellent choice on a breakfast menu. And IHOP even just has regular omelets listed on there, and I always ask to just do it egg white, and they do it. So make sure that you're not afraid to ask for the things that you want. And so on the menu, though, it says that there's some turkey, there's a little bit of egg whites scrambled, and then a little bit of vegetables, and then a side of fruit. So the thing is if we don't know how many grams of protein are in this because we don't know how many eggs are in it or egg whites, how are we going to know? First thing, I would ask the waiter, and if you're ordering online, I would call and ask. And if you are able to find something on the computer, like we Googled how many egg whites would be in this recipe, and they really couldn't tell us. So if it's an egg white because it's lean, I would guess probably 2 egg whites. If it was whole eggs, because there's a little bit more fat content, I would overestimate, and I would say, let's go for 3 whole eggs versus 2 egg whites, because then I know that I need to get a little more protein, and worst case scenario, I go over on protein, but I'm under on fats, which is where we want to be if we're in a deficit. Alberto, what's up, man? I'm jealous of you, man. I don't even want to hear it from Florida, as we're about to get 9 inches of snow, which I'm low-key excited about. So, again, I'm in Kansas City, so that's why. So what we did was, we actually went to IHOP's nutrition calculator, and here's the big takeaway. If you do not know what kind of calories and macros are in something online, there is going to be a chain somewhere that has some sort of similar item that you can choose that has something similar. So no, the Big Biscuit did not have nutrition facts info, but guess who does? IHOP, baby. So we went to IHOP and we just started plugging in some of the stuff that we got. Egg white omelet, we added the mushrooms and spinach. We substituted for fruit, and also make sure that you can ask no added salt or no seasoned salt, because that took away like 1,000 milligrams of sodium. Make sure that that's also something you can ask for. And it may not change calories all that much, but it's gonna affect your body differently if it's less sodium. So anywhere we can, folks, anywhere we can. So we're making sure that we are getting that done. And then afterwards, it showed us, okay, so this whole meal is about 340 some calories. And when we looked at the Big Biscuits menu, it did say it had 357 calories in it. So it's just a little slight variance, but that shows us what we have is probably on the right track. So when we're going out to eat, we're probably not going to know exactly what it is, but we can at least make a good guess, and we can make sure that what we're putting in is an educated estimate of what we're doing, instead of just going, well, there's 3 eggs, so it's probably like 18 grams of protein, and there's just some fruit, but there's not a whole lot of calories in fruit. There's not a whole calories in the vegetables, so I'm just not going to log it, whatever. And then you're up 2 pounds, and you're stuck, and you're in a plateau because we're just like not logging what we're eating. Anything that goes in your mouth should be logged, especially if we're in a plateau. Alberto says, thank God for Friday. Hey, thank you. I washed my hair. I'm glad. Oh my goodness, have so much fun at your sister's wedding. That's going to be awesome. And tennis. Oh, fun. Fun. Good for you, man. And also just checking on everybody else in here. Octavia and Alberto. So, you guys also put in the chat, is this like an awkward time? because we could do maybe like a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday evening instead. So maybe I'll put a poll in and see what might make most sense for people. But anyway, yeah. So yeah. The other thing about this is if we're going out to eat and we don't really have time to look or prepare and look at the menu, we don't have time to put it in our app before we go so we can estimate what the rest of the day is going to look like, the world is not going to stop spinning. It's going to be fine. What would make the most sense for you then is just to take a photo of the meal and make sure you understand what all did you just do, so that eventually you know exactly what you should be getting later on. So, ladies and gents, do we have questions? Because I have another call I actually have to get to, so I want to make sure if we do have specific questions, I'm answering those. So I'm going to open up for Q&A. Are there any things that you struggle to log, or anything that you're feeling like is a struggle in general, even if it's not logging? And Octavia and Alberto, while you are coming up with questions, I'm just going to yap. If you are not at my broadcast channel already on my Instagram, make sure you join that, because there's going to be some fun resources coming there soon. You know, sorry, I got distracted. I think I just realized there were a few people who wanted to come to the call that I forgot to invite. Whoops. Anyway, point being, do we have any questions? Can you tell that my brain is so fried today? Dude. And it's because I was up too late Thursday. Going once. Oh, Alberto, haven't seen the Santa Cruz protein yet. Have to look for that. Yeah, dude. I'm a big fan of Santa Cruz's philosophy. Again, I've never had his protein specifically, but I so vibe with what he's got going on. Okay. Yeah, I know today's kind of rough because we're trying to beat the storm. So let me let you guys go. I hope that this is helpful. And please, if you're in the broadcast channel, send me a message. Let me know if there's anything that you could use additional help with. And I'll talk to you all very soon. Stay safe in the storm. Bye, Alberto. Bye, Octavia. Good luck on your exam. I'll see you guys soon. And Alberto, good luck at the wedding.